Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Unscripted. You may not notice this, but it's just me. But that's all right. Hey, because you know what? Your boy Jay can fly alone. He don't always have to have an accompaniment to do this. Welcome to another edition of Unscripted, man. I'm glad you guys are here, man. We're going to talk a lot of sports, man. There's a lot of things going on in the world of sports, man. Some things make sense. Some things don't make sense, and we're going to get into that as we go along, man. Hey, let me bring in real quick. It's your boy Jamal, a.k.a. Jay McLovin, coming at you tonight. Hey, you can check us out for updates on Twitter at Unscripted Guys. You can also check us out on TikTok at Unscripted Sports. Both of them are all one word. Check us out for the latest updates on sports as they come along. And we would keep you guys up to date as best as we possibly can. But, man, I'm glad to talk to you guys, man. We got a lot going on. We're going to open up the sports show talking about Power Slap. I don't know if you guys watch Power Slap, but I'm starting to get into it a little bit more and more as it goes along. It's kind of like the offshoot of UFC, Dana White's little sidekick, his little baby. And I tell you, man, if you haven't watched Power Slap yet, it's pretty freaking cool. I don't know that I could do Power Slap. I got a soft baby face. You can't tell underneath this beautiful exterior. But I have a soft face, and I don't know if I could do Power Slap. I could barely do the white slap. So I don't know if this is sport for me, but I definitely like to watch it. It's really freaking crazy. Anywho, if you haven't watched Power Slap yet, check it out, man. Power Slap is pretty freaking cool. But no, let's get into it, man, shall we? Pat Beverly has been or is getting ready to be bought out. Where does he go? Honestly, where does Patrick Beverly go once he's released? I get a feeling that I think he gets picked up by the Warriors. I think the Warriors are going to look for that nasty guy, that little bit of talking. He's kind of like Draymond Green, but the point guard version of Draymond Green. He's a little smaller version of Draymond. But I think Pat Beverly could do well there. He's 34 years old. He started in, 45 games, a little bit here and there for the Lakers and whatnot. I think his best days were with the T-Wolves, to be honest with you. I think he's trying to get back to the T-Wolves. So he may not even go to the Warriors. He may try to press his luck and get back with the Timberwolves. But at the end of the day, man, Patrick Beverly, he's kind of that nuisance, that little pest you can't get rid of. And that's what makes him so valuable. He can shoot the ball when he needs to. He can play a little bit of D when he needs to. But primarily, he's just that mouthpiece. And when you got that mouthpiece, you can do a lot of things. And I think that's what Pat Beverly does the best. He's got a great mouthpiece. And T-Wolves, Warriors, it's going to be interesting to see where he goes, where he winds up ending at the end of all this. Another one we could talk about is Kevin Love. Where does Kevin Love wind up? He's another guy that's going to be bought out. Kevin Love looks like he might be able to be picked up. I said the Lakers. Me and Frankie talked about it on the afternoon blitz. I think the Lakers could use a guy like Kevin Love. He has an outside shot. He's got the great presence on the inside. I think you could pair him up at the center position, move AD over to the power forward, slide Braun where he's been at the small forward, have D'Angelo and company come in at the guards, and let's rock and roll, baby. And I think that version of the Lakers could be pretty freaking phenomenal, to be honest with you. So, again, before I get too crazy, man, let me go to the next slide and let's really break it down, baby. All right. So back at it as we go, man. As we continue to talk about players that have been put off to the wayside, Russell Westbrook. Honestly, where does Russell Westbrook go? The market hasn't exactly quote unquote lit up for Russell. Although we know that Paul George has lobbied for him, and we also know that Paul George has lobbied for him, and we also know that Kawhi Leonard has lobbied for him. So could Russell Westbrook wind up over there with the Clippers and make a run at that with those guys? I believe the Clippers are at the 4th spot. Hey, if you haven't noticed yet, not that he's punctual by any means, babyface Logan, let me ask you, man, you're getting ready to move the young lady into the house. Everything's going nice and dandy. Is this what I can expect from you going forward, being late when I need you to be on time?
Now, Jay, I will say, I just woke up about 3 minutes ago. Took a nice little nap. You know how it is, and little text
I know
message
how
from
it is, Logan.
Frankie.
I know.
Frankie
Hey, look.
C got me.
Hey, they wear you out. Women wear you out, and the job wears you out.
That's not what I'm going at.
Hey, are you telling me that before this woman even moves in on Saturday, that your job and her combined, Alyssa, are you wearing out babyface Logan already? You ain't moved in yet. Are you already wearing him out?
Oh, not at all, man. But yeah, man, a lot going on. But I'm happy for everything, excited, and yeah, man, I'm ready to talk some sports. Jay, I know you're talking some Paul George.
We're not ready
some
yet.
Russell.
Before we get into
Okay.
sports, ladies and gentlemen, let me, for those of you who don't know, Logan, God forbid, he has parents. It's not like I'm his parent, but I'm his podcasting daddy, if you will. Okay. Podcasting daddy, if you will. And I have taken Logan under my wings. He has done great jobs in school. He's made great grades. He got his first job with the radio station. I can't tell you how proud I am of Logan Landers. And my podcasting son is growing up on me. He got his own apartment, got his own job, and now him and his girlfriend have decided to cohabitate. And I can't tell you, Alyssa seems like a beautiful, fine young lady. Logan, I'm just telling you from advice, just know she's going to invade all of the spaces of your life that you thought were personal are no longer personal. They are now shared between you and her. And I hope that you will take forth into your relationship as it blossoms in this new cohabitation, that you will be patient with her and she will be patient with you, and the both of you will compromise on his space, her space, and your space. That I would tell you, if you can master those 3 things, I promise you your cohabitation will be successful.
Well, thank you for that, man. That really does mean a lot. And like you said, it's been a lot going on lately, last couple of months. A lot of good things, and I'm just excited to see where all this keeps going from here on. And Jay, I will say I'll take a good photo of my kitchen space, of my closet space, before everything gets moved in on Saturday.
Logan, we don't care about the kitchen. We don't care
I
about
know,
the
man. I know. I'm just messing around.
Logan, the only picture I want you to take for me personally is of the bathroom counter. That's
Okay,
the
I got
picture
you.
that I want to see. I want to see how little of the bathroom counter you possess and how much she possesses and how much you're willing of that real estate to give up. Because I will tell you, Logan, listen, If you go to my bathroom counter right now, I got maybe a tenth, Logan, a tenth. Do you know what my hairbrush and my comb are, Logan? They sit on top of the toilet. No, Logan. My brush and my comb sit on top of the toilet tank. Do you know why they sit there? Because her wax machine takes up 30% of the bathroom countertop.
Oh, I will send you those. I will send you a photo.
Hey,
at some point.
look, man.
I'll
You
let
send
know,
me your
man.
photos, Logan. You send me your photos. I'll send you mine, and we'll compare notes on whose woman takes up the majority of what I consider to be the most pivotal part of the house.
I got you, brother.
We will leave it there. We will leave it there. Logan, listen, we talked about Pat Beverly. He's getting bought out. We're talking about Russell Westbrook, him getting bought out. We're talking about Kevin Love and him getting bought out. Let me ask you this. Out of the three guys whose contracts are being bought out, who do you think finds the most success at their new destination?
Ooh. That is a really good question, Jay.
I know. I thought of it.
Honestly, just off of just first glance at it, I'm kind of feeling Kevin Love, Jay, and I say that because you get someone who it might not be every night, but who can score you a solid amount of points, who is a veteran, who is from all experiences, right, loved in the locker rooms, and who can really come and help someone on the bench if you need a tight spot and get some points. And that's what you need in the playoffs, man. Now, as for Pat Bev, I would rank him probably second, only because you got to have that tenacity in that defense. Obviously, his offense is lacking. And Russ, I think you just got to put third, honestly, just because things haven't been all sunshine and rainbows last couple of seasons. I know he's looked better here kind of lately. But I mean, he's a good spark plug off the bench, I think, for a piece. But I think Kevin Love is going to be a good pickup somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. We got Logan. I got tons to talk about. The next thing I want to talk about, we're going to slide right through this. We're going to slide into MJ. You know, MJ just is turning 60 years old. He made a $10 million donation to the Make-A-Wish. We talk about a lot of things that Bron does off the court with his philanthropy, and LeBron has done a hell of a lot. I mean, honestly, I think, Logan, now, to be fair, Michael Jordan has donated to Make-A-Wish several times. This is just the largest donation that anybody has ever made to Make-A-Wish. But people don't understand how much how much Michael Jordan is involved with Make-A-Wish. He's probably done well over 100 Make-A-Wishes since he's gotten involved with it. So this guy has been involved quite a lot. Excuse me. And I don't think that Michael Jordan gets as much credit off the court and his philanthropy as what he's done on the court. I will say this, though. I think LeBron is the GOAT of philanthropy, and I think that MJ is the GOAT of basketball. I don't know how you feel about that, but that's how I see it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, man, I'm not gonna place one person over another in terms of philanthropy. You know what I mean? I can't do that. Because, to each their own, right? You can say, well, Jordan's donated the largest of some to Make-A-Wish. But then also you can go in there and say, hey, LeBron made a school for kids. So, you can go tit for tat. But, I think, obviously that's a really awesome thing for him to do. It's going to help a lot of people out. And I think also, too, Jay, just the kind of the stigma with Michael Jordan is that he's just this hardcore guy who – he's just fierce and he doesn't love anyone. No, he can tell he's a good dude, and obviously he cares about people. And like I said, congrats to him, and just hats off to him, man, for making that large donation. It's gonna help out a lot of people.
Yeah, Logan. Before I introduce our guests, Logan. Before there was Mamba, there was the grandfather of Mamba, and I will tell you, Michael Jordan is the grandfather of Mamba mentality. And then, of course, Kobe Bryant just
Oh, of
took
course.
the Mamba mentality and he just ran with it and made it all his own in a whole different stratosphere. But having said that, I want you to know we are lucky to have convict. I say Facebook convict, Mike Hughes,
The
who
most wanted man.
single-handedly by himself took down ASAP Facebook page. God, I don't know what you got to do that, but Mike Hughes, God, I love you. I love you. And your beautiful face is just nice to see, man. Nothing can keep you down. Mike, how you doing, baby?
I didn't even do anything. I
didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
I really didn't. Like, I don't know. I didn't think anything was like.
Mike, let me help you out, brother. You can't say bomb at an airport and think you're gonna walk out and not be in handcuffs, okay? You can't do that.
I didn't direct it at anybody. It was.
No, you don't have to direct it. You just say the word bomb and you're escorted. It don't matter what.
Bomb. I didn't say Logan. I don't know.
Hey, Mike, I'm in the dark with all this, brother. I have no idea what's going on.
Oh, Lord. Hey, listen, don't worry. Look, I'll fill you in on the side low. Let's just say there were some things about burning of a house, and as the song goes, I want to say as the song goes, the roof is on fire. It's on fire. Let the motherfucker burn.
Might have said something like that, but I don't.
Something along that.
The exact words. I'm just saying. It might not have been the exact words, but the implication was not far off.
Something like that. I kind of recall. I don't know.
I'm just saying, what a time to be alive. And then you have Mike's offspring, Mike 2.0, and Frankie, the Yankee.
Big Frank Dog.
What's up, baby?
What's going on, Jay? I don't think you could call me the Mike 2.0. I mean,
yeah, he was born.
I'm calling it Mike 2.0, man. You're not quite at Mike's level yet, but you're getting close.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not at Mike's level yet. I'm past Mike's level, but good try.
Frankie's
no. You're not at Mike's level until you've been banned from Facebook like 10 times and you can get your normal capacity.
Are you kidding me? I've been banned from Facebook at least 5 times already.
Hey, Frankie was doing this on MySpace. Mike, come on now. Frankie was doing this back in the day.
Mike was literally banned from Facebook for 24 hours. I'm at the limit now where if I get...
I didn't even give a fuck, to be honest. I just went on Instagram. Like, I was going to care, bro.
It's at the level with me where if I get banned now, I'm getting banned for like 30 days last time. Now, if I get banned again, I'm getting banned for 60 days.
Hold on. Hey, guys, let's rate it in. Hey, look, those are nice introductions. We all know... Hey, I'm just saying, when it comes to ASAP, this is the ASAP Notorious crew. That's all I'm saying. Let's get back to sports just for a minute. Mike, I'm glad you did show up, though. Seriously, because I know you got a lot of baseball knowledge. I know you played the game of baseball. Let me ask you this. When it comes to Luis Garcia and the windup that he does with the rocket of the baby, the many different steps, it looks like he's doing some kind of salsa dance out there. They are now saying that is going to be considered illegal this season coming up, and that it will be called a balk if you do anything that looks like the windup that Luis Garcia is doing. Do you think it's going to affect him as a pitcher, or do you think it's going to affect anybody else as a pitcher with these new rules in place, especially on the pitcher's mound specifically?
I mean, there's variations of it, and what I mean by that is like the way it'll affect guys is different. Like I know, Nestor Cortez is one of those guys, who kind of not get away with a lot of things, but he likes to have some fun out there. And I think that kind of takes away some elements of the game. He definitely does try to like mess up with your timing and your footwork and everything else you're trying to do. So it really is something that you're going to see a lot more serious, I guess you could say, ball play by all these pitchers. And I think it's going to piss off a lot of guys. And I think a lot of guys are going to have frustrations, and there's going to be a lot, to me, it's to really just make it shorter than I have to. I don't have to sit here and act intelligent, but I think it's really just going to make the game longer. I really do, because I think there's going to be instances where, guys are spending 15 minutes arguing with the umps about, was that a balk? Was that a walk? Was that intentional? Was it this? Was it that? And I think it kind of slows the game in a sense, kind of just letting them do what they do. Luis Garcia is one of those guys. I haven't really watched watched enough of it to really like identify it. I guess I've never really had a problem with it. Jay knows I watched the entirety of the World Series for the Astros. I still got to wear an Astros jersey for them when I can, but you know, I never really.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but you owe me that.
Yeah, I never really I never looked at Garcia and really kind of thought, hey man, that's kind of weird. Like I guess, I mean, to each their own. I'm not in the batter's box, but like for me, it's kind of one of those things where, you know, that's on the scouting report. That's something you need to go into this game understanding.
Mike, you
but
basically
Mike, can a pitcher hold on? But Mike, can a pitcher who's, you know, baseball's built around routines and it's built around superstition and things of that nature. Can a pitcher like Luis Garcia, who's basically made his repertoire in the way he pitches, can he change that routine and still be as effective as he was on the mound with that routine?
I mean, I'm watching it right now on my phone. Got a little, my bad, my flashlight's on. I got it on. I'm looking at his stuff. I mean, it's not the worst that I've seen. I've seen some bad shit. Like I've seen some guys who literally like it looks awful. But I mean, Luis the windup just I feel like it's that back leg kick that a lot of people have a problem with.
I think so too.
It's not only that, Mike. You basically put the answer in it last time. This year with the new pitching rule is timing, so they don't want to take. They don't want to have all that.
That's going to take 10 to 15 seconds.
And that's what I'm saying is like the windup itself. It's not as bad as oh my god, what was the guy's name on the Giants? He was so bad. But I wanted to die. I was at that game. But it's something, you know, you really look at it for what it is, and you're like, I mean, I really don't think it's really messing with the batters. And like Frankie said, you know, kind of alluded to it. You know, it's really more about timing. But I think there's going to be a lot more time consumed in just trying to figure out, was it a balk? Was it a walk? What are you going to call it? And I think I don't think it's going to be perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, real quick, Frankie, and Logan, I'm gonna give you guys two different questions on these rules, and I want you guys to give me your thought process before we get into some of these coaches that are now they're looking for this offensive or defensive coordinator positions. We'll get in a minute, but Alex, well, let me backtrack for a second, Frankie. I saw an article in Sports Illustrated that came out about Alex Cora. And also the Dodgers in 2018, I believe that was the year the Dodgers, correct me if I'm wrong, that was the year the Dodgers won Boston won the World Series that year. But they played the Dodgers, and there was a lot of chitter-chatter between them and Major League Baseball about videotaping signs. Did y'all catch any of that at all?
Well, obviously, Jay, that was 1 year fresh out of what he was doing in Houston. He did the same thing in Houston in 2017.
We're not talking about Houston. I'm just
no,
saying.
No, I know.
I'm saying. About that, though?
I did.
I heard that.
I did hear about something like that as well, but it's just weird that they're bringing it out and talking about it now.
Oh yeah.
Where we all basically knew that had happened, because if you do your math correctly, Alex Cora was with the Houston Astros in the 2017 year, where they did their cheating scandal, and then he went on to become the manager for the Boston Red Sox within that year. He became head coach. He had a great season. Literally, I think the Boston Red Sox had over 100 wins that year. Then going on to the World Series to win against the Dodgers. I mean, it was basically plain for me, like at that year, like, okay, well, this guy must have, he must have obviously carried on the scandal from Houston onto Boston, and nobody's seen it or anything like that. But it was clear math by like the year 2019 on what he did with the Red Sox. It's really like pissing me off that all this news finally like it's talked about and gets thrown out now in the year 2023.
Yeah, no, I get that. And that's my thing, right? Logan, let me ask you, man. I mean, the Dodgers were in there too, man. Hey, the Dodgers were in there videotaping and doing stuff that, was sign stealing as well. My thing of it is, I get the Alex Cora side of it, right? Because we understand where things went awry at the beginning of 17. But then you had the Dodgers that do the same. They're pissed off about 2017, but then they're doing the same damn thing in 2018, and it's talked about, and Major League Baseball knows it's talked about. Why is the Alex Cora had to give a year suspension? The Astros gave their suspensions, draft picks, whatnot. Why is it that the Dodgers are the scapegoats and they don't get held responsible for their actions in it?
You wore buzzers on your fucking shirt.
Well, that's every day.
I
get that.
and let me say, Jack, I think only because the Astros were the first ones to get caught doing it, and people still hold that over them, Jay. You know that. You get jokes about it every week.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get
But
that.
and,
I just wonder at what point do we stop looking at the Astros so much and start looking at the other teams that are doing the same damn thing? Because I get you hold us accountable, and we've been held accountable. But why are we not looking at the other teams that are also doing the same thing? Why are we not holding them accountable?
Because you won the World Series and they didn't. They should still be getting accountable for it.
I get
No,
that too.
no, we don't agree they should. We're not saying they shouldn't, Jay.
Yeah, but if they would have won the World Series, Jay, then it would have been a whole different story if they won the World Series. It would have been just like you guys.
I just thought it was. You know what? Truthfully, though, until I read that article and read in depth on everything that happened in 2018, I didn't even really understand that. I didn't even know about it. But I read the article, I read all the in-depth interviews on that, and then I was thinking, like, well, what the hell? Yeah, we did what we did, but shit, we get held accountable anyway. That's neither here nor there. It's water under the bridge. We're rolling on. It's 2023. I gotta let it go. Jay, let it go. Let's talk offensive and defensive coordinators real quick. Eric Bieniemy looks to be he's going to be interviewing soon with the Washington Redskins. I said all along that he needs to get out of Kansas City. He's got to get out from underneath Andy Reid's shadow if he wants to have an opportunity at a head coaching spot, because a lot of it is him not interviewing well, him not relating to players well, and then they don't know if Andy Reid's really truly calling the shots over there in KC or if it's Bieniemy doing it. So I think
is he getting interviewed?
Away, or he's trying to get away. But Mike, what do you?
Where's he getting interviewed again?
Washington.
Commander.
Name? There you go.
Yeah, he's getting interviewed in Washington.
Wasn't that today?
I didn't see when exactly it was, but whenever it was, I wouldn't have went. Like, fuck that. You're an idiot. Like, not Eric, but like to even suggest, first and foremost, Eric needs to be the highest paid offensive coordinator in the league to take that job. Like he needs to demand that. That needs to be a head coaching money, especially when your head coach is Ron Rivera, who, 85 Bear, got love for him. Guy's a great guy, guy's a great leader, but that guy couldn't tell you his elbow from his offense, and he couldn't tell you the difference between any of that. So that's really where I'm at with it. I truly think, one of the big things for me about Eric, I think he interviews well. I believe he's a good coordinator. I believe he's head coach material, but you're in a bullshit type era where you can't talk to certain players a certain way. And just because, like LaShawn McCoy said he didn't like the way that Eric Bieniemy spoke to him. LaShawn, you didn't play a single down in either of the Super Bowls you played in. If Eric tells you that you're playing a little half-assed, then maybe you're playing a little half-assed. And some guys just don't like hearing that when they've been in the league so long. So if you're talking to a rookie that way, no one has a problem with it. If you're talking to Patrick Mahomes that way, someone has a problem with it. And I believe, I'm a different mentality, and I believe, there's levels to it. There's disrespect, and then there's constructive criticism. And I think sometimes you got to hear it the way for what it is, rather than me just babying you and telling you, you got it on the next play. Like, no, fuck that. Because if that was fourth down, that would have been it. If that was the last play of the Super Bowl and Jalen Hurts just throws the worst fucking meatball of a pass I've ever seen in my life, again, it was a slim to none chance from the jump, but that was a horrible effort, and it should be talked about. And I think that's something where Eric Bieniemy kind of struggles. It's definitely something where I think he deserves to be a head coach, but I wouldn't leave fucking – I've won 2 championships with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not going to fucking Washington.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike, Davian brings up a question talking about the Bears buying some property down in Arlington. Do you think they move down that direction and to build a dome stadium?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't buy that property for billions of dollars to fucking make it a horse track. Like, you're obviously.
Yeah, I guess what Damien is saying is that kind of like the writings on the wall for Soldier Field to come to an end.
Oh, it's been. We already.
Well, we talked about that a couple episodes ago.
We probably did. We probably
did.
did
This for months that we were out of there.
I mean, you guys need to be out of there, honestly.
Yeah,
I agree.
We're all for it. Soldier Field doesn't. it's not like Wrigley Field, or Comiskey Park or something like that. Like Soldier Field is a shithole. Like, let's be real for what it is. Like, it has horrible parking. It's not great for the fans. There's nowhere for the fans to really interact. I've seen so many amazing places. The Detroit Lions have a better stadium than the Chicago Bears, and I think that just speaks volumes of what it is. And especially in this weather, you got a mobile quarterback at this very moment. I'd love to give Justin Fields a dome. He's been very adamant about wanting a dome, so that's obviously going to be a big part of it. Everybody says they're going to miss the Chicago weather that plays such big key factors. Frankie, what pick do the Chicago Bears have this year?
Number 1.
What a great fucking factor that was for the weather. We did so well. Yeah, horrible.
Well, Mike, truthfully speaking, if Chicago is smart when they do build their new stadium, they're going to do like everybody else has done in the league and build a retractable roof. That way,
you have to.
Hey, seriously, if you got the retractable roof, you can have it open, you can have it closed. You can do whatever you want. You can manipulate the weather in, you can manipulate the weather out. That's what I love about the retractable roof. And I've been telling Frankie for years, all these new stadiums getting built, if you don't have a retractable roof, what are you really doing? Because you can have outside as much as you want. You can have inside as much as you want. You can play any game you want. There's no climate that can deter you when you have the ability to open and close that roof. And it's so much more economical, Mike. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm with
so
it.
Much economical, Mike. Shut up. Man.
Hey, listen. Don't you make fun of me, motherfucker.
Hey,
He said Eric Bieniemy won't ever become a head coach because he is hot-headed. He attacks his franchise. You know what? To a little bit about what Damian is saying, that is kind of what I've heard off Bieniemy, that he does have an issue with relating to the players.
Yeah, I'm tired of Damian.
Do you see the issue with Bieniemy? Have you heard that, or have you seen that recently where he's had issues with relating with players?
I mean, like I haven't looked super deep into it, but I mean, Jay, what coach doesn't? I mean, not everyone's gonna get along, He said Patriots didn't complain about the stadium. I mean,
tell me right now, my bad, Logan, but Logan, really quick. You tell me right now what you think Bill Belichick can relate with Mac Jones about, other than being fat as shit. Anything?
Hey, I get that, man. Hey, I'm right there with you, Mike. Your point is made. Trust me. I get your point.
Hold on. Why are you talking shit about?
My bad, Frank. I thought that one blew past you, bro.
Why you?
Let me ask. Hey,
no. Hold on. Are you upset because Matt Nagy finally got a ring with Kansas City and not you bum ass team?
Are you upset that you lost by 40 to the Chicago Bears, who have the worst?
I'm actually not. I'm really not actually.
No. Hey, listen.
No, not really.
If I want to watch a battle royale between Frankie and Mike Hughes, we can do this for a pay-per-view, okay? Calm down for a minute. I got a lot of things to get through, guys. I know you want to talk about it.
Wait, I wanted Logan to finish what he was saying. That's all I had to say because I think that's horrible.
To put a bow on this here, Jay, if I'm Eric Bieniemy, bro, I'm not going to Washington. Washington, that is going to just stomp out any chance I want at a successful career, man. That's a place where coaches are going to die until they get a new owner, until they get a new culture, bro.
Is Gonzo here?
Oh shit, Pride's here.
Oh wait, get him in here, Jay. Bring him in.
Pride.
Hi, Riley.
First of all,
take down Chris.
That's not my name,
Riley.
Michael. That's not my name, Michael.
That is your name.
That's not my name, Michael.
It's the best school bus driver.
All right, hold on, hey everybody, hold on. Hey, we need to get through some things. If y'all want to have happy hour, y'all go. Hey, listen, y'all
hold
on Facebook.
Jay, can I ask you a question, Jay? Can I ask you a question,
Absolutely.
Jay?
Pride, I have not seen you in a hot minute. You can ask whatever you want.
Why is your name Poor Jamal? What did I miss?
What? I can't identify as African American, motherfucker? Is that what you're trying to say?
It's time for the show. The thoughts and views of David
Right.
Jay, I'm only asking
a boy can identify as a girl, and a girl can identify as a boy. I can't identify as African American.
So, Pride, a couple of episodes ago on ASAP Afternoon Blitz, me and Jay were going at it, and we went at it so hard, and Jay was being a little baby. He was being soft, so I went and I changed his name to Crybaby Jay. And then, Poor Baby Jay. And then he just went on and crossed off the baby part and then changed his name to Jamal.
Holy shoot.
Oh, fucked up.
But anyway,
Pride, let me Pride though.
And
Hey,
Black History Month, man.
since you embraced us with your presence, hey, if y'all don't know Pride is from Prideful Takes, man. He's got a lot of good information. If you haven't checked it out, go check his podcast out.
And wait,
But
Jay,
Pride,
don't forget, he's got a new show called Riley Rants after every day of driving the bus.
Oh my
Bro,
God.
yo, these middle school kids.
Hey, yo.
Bro, these middle school kids, whoo, got me. Whoa. Man,
Pride, I will tell you right now, if I swear to God, if I ever went back to school or could go back to school, you're my bus driver, I swear to God, every day I would love life. I would absolutely love and adore life because all I see you is Chris Farley telling them motherfuckers to get on the bus. Let's go.
I try so hard to be
Hey,
nice,
Jay's shooting spitballs at his head.
Dude, you have no idea.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Pride so much that I would play with Pride just like that, dude. And Pride would probably slap the crap out of me. It's okay.
No, I wouldn't.
But no, Pride, it's okay. You know why? Because it would be fun. It would be fun. Pride, let me bring it back in. Pride, let me ask you this. Rex Ryan is looking to interview as the defensive coordinator under Sean Payton for the Broncos. Is Sean Payton putting together the all-star lineup to get these guys back on track?
He called Rex Ryan an all-star.
Hold on now.
I'm not calling him an all-star. I'm just asking.
Nah, but let's be fair here.
The fat fuck who hasn't had a job since 2008. Go ahead, Pride.
Okay, all right, but hold on, but it's by his own let's be fair here. When Rex, and I'm not a Jets fan at all, but as a defensive coordinator, he's a stud. Let's be honest. Some of the Jets defenses were great. The Jets could have been a great team. They just stuck being a good team. Let's be fair here, right? So let's not pretend that they were bumps, right? Defensively, Rex Ryan was great. It's not his fault he had to settle for Mark Sanchez. That's not his fault. I'm not blaming him for that for the most part, right? But I will say this. For me, if it's a defensive coordinator's job, I wouldn't mind it. My concern, though, like Mike said, this stuff you got to take into consideration. My man's been out 8 years. When he was in the league, the last time he was in the league was what, 15, 16?
Yeah, when he was coach for the Buffalo Bills.
My boy,
Yeah.
I was 16.
That was, bro, I didn't have kids then.
On God.
Neither did
Bro,
I.
I was a kid.
I did.
Let that sink. I mean, yeah, Mike is savage. Mike been
I
having
was
kids
a-
since he came out, but
I was a horny teenager at that time.
Lols,
And
okay,
Frankie still is.
Yeah.
But I will say this: I would, puppy, stop. I would if I'm Sean Payton and I interview Rex Ryan, the first thing I'm doing, I am showing him like defensive plays from a few years ago, like when he played, like back when he coached, and I'm gonna say, I want you to break this down, and then I'm gonna show him some of today's game. If he cannot break down today's game in a way where it makes you feel comfortable to hire him, I don't think Sean Payton would. Now, Rex Ryan's your defensive coordinator. I think it's solid. But again, 8 years away from the game when you're not really breaking down those defenses, and now he's on TV, he's still kind of breaking them down, but not breaking them down like a coach. More like he's kind of giving. You see what I'm saying, Mike?
Can I
Like,
ask you something
Mike, Pride, let me ask you, are you pretty much just basically saying that the game has passed Rex Ryan by, and the way he used to analyze defenses isn't exactly this, or offenses isn't the same as it is now?
We don't ask Pride though.
Well,
is it the game is changing, or not? This is where I was going with it. Is really just, and I mean this respectfully, because there were guys like Peyton, there were guys like Rodgers and Tom, but you see these hybrid tight ends, these Kittles, these Kelseys, these Pitts, all these guys. You see guys who like Patrick Mahomes, these gunners are coming in, and these dual threat quarterbacks are all over the place, and it's like, is the game the same since you left? And it's really not.
That's what I'm saying.
Quarterback.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, but not only the quarterbacks, but let's be honest, the wide receiver talent we have now, respectfully, it's nothing close to what it was back in 2016.
And the tight ends are wide receivers, and it's like it's a whole different.
And that's what
No,
I'm
I
saying.
get that. I get that. Let me ask you. So let me ask you this.
And real quick, Jay, before
go ahead. No, go ahead.
To answer your question, because you're asking if he got passed by.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't know, because I feel like once Sean Payton sits down with him and tries to see where he's coming from, then I think of anyone. I think Sean Payton will look at you and be like, respectfully, bro, head back on TV. This ain't for you. Like,
But I also think, you know,
see what I'm saying?
he's not an idiot. You know, he's been watching football all these years, so it could have not gone right past him. He could still be, you know, having
Exactly.
this conversation. So I see both
Yep.
sides of it.
Exactly.
Let me ask Frankie a question. Frankie, let me ask you this, man.
Close your underwear.
You kind of heard what Pride has talked about with the whole Sean Payton, Rex Ryan. You've heard everything that Mike has said about it. Let me ask you this: how much pressure is Sean Payton under to produce a product that's great, considering that he took the year off and everybody's coming back and he's the most coveted coach to land? How much pressure is he under to be successful at Denver?
Well, I don't think he's really that much under pressure, right? I mean, you still got Russell Wilson, and I understand, you know, he had a horrible year that we all, you know, didn't imagine that would be that bad for Russell Wilson. I just feel like it was under the helm that he was under. He was under a shitty head coach.
Wow.
Sean Payton, I feel like, will bring in more chemistry on Russell Wilson. You feel me? And then you also got to think Jerry Judy. Mike, shut the hell up. You got Jerry Judy that's next to him that can catch amazing passes. You feel me? So like Jerry Judy's still a good weapon target for Russell Wilson. I think Sean Payton will make a play, like I said before, where he's gonna make a quarterback like Drew Brees type, and then a wide receiver kind of like Michael Thomas. He's gonna try and build something out of that between Judy and Russell Wilson. The real question is the defensive part on the Denver Broncos. If Rex Ryan does come in, you know, I just feel like it's not fully where the Denver Broncos want to be. If I'm Sean Payton, you should know that you're probably gonna have one bad year, maybe an even season with the Denver Broncos, or probably a losing season, but it's not gonna be as bad as they were this past season with Heineke on, or whatever the hell this coach name was.
Yeah, let me ask you, Logan. Let me ask you this, Logan. Hey, Logan. Let me come at it. Hold on, Logan. Let me ask you this. Let me come at a different approach. Do you think that Russell Wilson's, you know, need to be successful at this point where he's in his career? Do you think he's under more pressure now that he has Sean Payton as his coach?
I mean, this brother's getting paid how much money? And he ain't done nothing. He ain't done nothing except for alienate his coaches, his fans, his teammates. So I'd say
alienate question mark?
I didn't know that meant.
I'm sorry, Fred. I used a $5 word. He pissed off a lot of people.
Pissing off and alienate are two different things.
He said $5. I think he meant 5 syllable. But go ahead, Pride.
Syllable dollars, whatever it is. But
don't correct him. He's a school bus driver. He knows what he's talking about.
I'm part of the school system.
True.
I'm part of the school system. Are you? Yeah, you can't educate me on nothing.
Nah. I'm not part of the school system.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. Hey, Pride's biggest job at the end of the day, number one, is to know what the lunch menu is for tomorrow, and number two, to make sure all those kids get out of his damn bus.
Hey, I know Pride's probably wanting to stunner a few of them kids off the bus. Yeah.
No, but for real, hey, let's rate it back in. We got lots to talk about. We really do, man. I'm gonna try to switch gears a little bit, and I'm gonna go to NCAA if we can. The men's Alabama, that was ranked number 1, has now lost to Tennessee. Where does that put Houston? Houston right now is dominating SMU, 41-29.
Alabama loses to Tennessee.
When Purdue was number 1, Houston was number 2. When Purdue lost, Alabama bypassed Houston and went straight to number 1. Now Alabama's lost. If SMU dominates the shit out of SMU, where does it really put Houston? I mean, is Houston really the rightful heir to number 1, or should somebody else be number 1? And I'm going to give that one to Mike.
I don't fucking know.
That's the insightful commentary we're looking for.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch that shit. But anyways,
wow.
GBO, go Vols, Volunteers at number 1.
I'm just saying, like who really truly is the rightful number 1? Purdue, you got Alabama, Houston. I mean, like who really should have that spot?
I mean,
check this out, Pride. Look what I'm about to do.
Go ahead, Papa.
Who?
Cares. I'm with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
No. We're not going that direction.
sir.
We can go anywhere else, but we're not going that damn direction.
I mean,
I'm gonna be honest
so
with
here's
you. Who cares?
Good.
Because I've seen teams that are horrible. Once March kicks off, hey.
Oh, I
all bets
know.
are off.
No. That's a whole nother. That's a whole
where I'm
other
from.
realm
Like,
of possibility. I'm just saying.
I really don't look deep into it until March Madness starts, and then it's like, okay, let's see where everybody's at. Let's see what everybody's doing. Because really, to me, it's like look at Loyola. Loyola was not good, and for whatever reason, they're in the Final Four just a few years ago, and I'm like,
Mike, I think it's pronounced La Jolla, but go ahead.
Promise, on my dad's dead grave, I promise you it's not.
Good Lord.
Are you really trying to tell a Chicago native person about a team that's in Chicago?
I know. Mike got Sister Jean on speed dial, bro.
I'm not even sure that Mike.
Whatever you just said, I promise you it's not.
But Jay, to answer your question, dog, like I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't even think unless they come out and they make SMU. I'm talking about they need to thrash them.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Hold on, tell me. Houston, Purdue, UCLA, Miami, Tennessee is top 5 as of now, in your opinion. So how? And I don't even like Alabama.
Right.
But how are we gonna sit here and look at an Alabama team who is 12-1 in their conference? How are we gonna boot them out of the top 5? That makes no sense. Before
I don't think you put Alabama out of top 5.
They're still
if I had to do it, I'd probably put Houston, Purdue, and I'd probably put Alabama at number 3, and then whoever you want to put after that 3 is fine.
Here's my question. Why is Purdue going up to 2?
I put Purdue at number 2, honestly, because I really like the player, that 7-foot center they got, who is freaking phenomenal, and I think that could be the catalyst to their wins. So that's why I got Purdue at number 2.
It's not really.
Jay, you like it.
That's not even a reason to put them at 1, though. That's not even a reason. By that logic,
how many unranked teams has Alabama lost to, though?
No,
I'm just Pride. You know me. I don't have logic, Pride. I don't. I gave up logic a long time ago when I started eating the red crayon.
Coming from the dude who wants Houston to be number 1 just because they're in Houston.
No. I feel like the reason why Houston will be number 1 is because they do only have 2 losses on the year. But realistically, if you look at it, Jay, if you really look at their schedule, Alabama just played ranked number 10, Tennessee. The entire.
Oh, I agree with what you're saying. If we're going back to strength of schedule,
it's not only the strength of schedule, Jay. Houston hasn't played any top ranked team.
I get what you're saying, and I agree with you. I agree with you. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
GBO.
Hey, listen, we got more to talk about. Let me ask you guys this question, man. So, D'Amico Ryans over with the Texans.
Oh, there we go.
Number 1, he brought in Clint Kubiak, which is a run game coordinator from Minnesota, I guess to help out their run game. He's brought in, it looks like Cliff Kingsbury and a plethora of other people.
We'll talk about the Cowboys.
What do you think that Houston can finally get it right and resurrect all the bullshit that has been up to the point of D'Amico Ryans? Do you think that Houston can finally, get that shit back on track, or do you think they're just doomed for bullshit? Mike, we're gonna go top to bottom on that one. What do you think?
Fuck that. First of all, Kumibiak, Bubiak, I don't know what his name is, and Kingsbury are dog shit. So, Pride's here, bro, and my professionalism just goes down the drain, bro. It's so exciting.
Yes, sir.
What a time to be alive. What a
Yes,
time
sir.
to be. I love when Pride's here. Yeah. I see Pride. I'm like, whoa. But,
bro, you came in here with no professionalism. You came in here talking about Bill Belichick and
hey, back on track. We got a lot to talk about. No side comments. Y'all got sidebars? Take that to the chat.
But
shut up, Jay.
Houston's Houston at the end of the day. Ownership is a big part of everything, and I think they have, like, I like Petrie. I like a bunch of the DBs they have. I think their defense is really young, and I think they're going to make some noise. And obviously, you have a pretty solid running game. You're going to come through with, I know their wide receiver had cancer in the beginning of the year, and that was a huge – that's a horrible time for that. But I've heard from everything everybody's saying is he's held on. They're really going to have a good understanding of what he's going to be able to do. and you got the number 2 pick and 12. So you can't. I mean, hypothetically speaking, you can't fuck it up, but there's always a way. There's always a way you can. You know what I mean? Like, there's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, and the Texans will find it. So I think there's a lot of different ways it can go. Frankie and I have talked about if they trade up to 1. We'll see what happens with that. But I honestly think, again, you brought in a defensive-minded guy to be a head coach in an organization that has no offensive scheme to begin with. So I think that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
No, absolutely. The last thing I wanted to talk about in breaking news is this all-star dunk contest. Last year's dunk contest was horrible. We know how bad it is. Bro, no, we do know.
How bad it is.
Look, Houston definitely knows. Look, Jalen, I will tell you right now, Jalen Green from Houston was in it, and he was shit poo-poo. Well, literally. Like, I don't think you could go out there and eat enough Mexican food and then go out to the pooper and then that's how bad it was. It was shit. Let's be honest. Last year's dunk contest was absolute total shit. So this year we get a bunch of guys. I'll be honest with you. I really don't know these guys other than Kevin Porter Jr. And the only reason I know him is because he's on the Houston squad.
He's not even. That's not even Kevin Porter. That's Kenyon Martin, bro.
That's Kevin. That's all.
So let me ask you this: top to bottom. No, we're gonna go top. No, you know what? This time we're gonna go bottom. Pride. How much validity do we put into this dunk contest? Is this going to be good or is it
no, simple. No, simple. This is none because it lost its validity. What 17,251 million years ago? Like let's keep it on. Listen, look here. I want to show you guys something. Just real quick. This will let you know how I feel about this dunk contest. This is how dumb it is. This is how pathetic it is. You mind sharing my screen for one moment, real quick?
I got you.
Just real quick. It'll take 2 seconds. So this is the advert for it. My man is in a G League thing. Thank you. That's all I got to say. In the presentation, my man is in his G League uniform.
Yeah. Hey, my money's on the white boy.
Hey. There's a reason why I start off with pride, and that's pretty much the reason.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I wholeheartedly believe this. I think after this is it's gonna get scrapped. We're going to not see the dunk contest for like 2-3 years. And then in those years, that's where you're going to see guys like LeBron, Dame Lillard, Kevin Durant, Giannis, Jokic. Like, now you're going to start seeing these guys start asking for it to come back. Hopefully it gives it the opportunity. It gives guys motivation.
I'm right there with you, Pride. I agree with you.
At this point, bro, look, man, like last year, I can't remember. Someone made a joke. Man, next year there's gonna be a G Leaguer in the dunk contest. Lo and behold, whoever that is, I hope I meet you in the street so I can kick you in your shin because you're just.
That sounds like something.
We got a G Leaguer.
That sounds like something Evan would say.
I think I did say it.
Nah.
I've done wine and dine with all these.
So Logan, you kind of heard what Pride's. What he said about it, which I agree with everything that Pride has said. I agree with because I've got to be honest with you. The only part of All-Star Weekend that I truly ever really cared about was the dunk contest. The dunk contest and the 3-point contest. Those were the two that I love those two things, and I've loved it ever since Michael. Back in the days of Jordan when he was in his. I've always loved that. Dominique, the whole, Bird, with the whole thing. And now it's just like it's horrible. Logan, it's freaking horrible. So do you think kind of like what Pride is saying, is this kind of like is the dunk contest just gone by wayside and we're just at the or let me ask you differently. Has the league just gotten less artistic to be able to do a really good dunk contest like it did back in the day? Are we just that non-artistic?
I think the league shot itself in its foot twice whenever they screwed over Aaron Gordon. I mean, that was the last time we had any hype around that thing. Am I wrong?
No.
And now we got dudes whose names I don't even know. One of them's Riff Raff's cousin in the G League doing his thing, and I don't care about these people.
Office job. Crazy.
I just, Pride.
And that man probably does some DoorDash on the side.
You're a young man. Pride, you're young. Logan, you're young. Hell, everybody on this damn panel is young. You guys don't remember, but I remember back in the day. I will tell you, back in like Hey, watch this. Back, no,
I
I'm
used to
serious.
walk 4
Hey,
miles
back
to
in the
school.
early 80s, even into the 90s, the dunk contest, the 3-point contest, hell, even USA basketball. It was just so much more exciting. There was so much more emotion. Everything was gathered up into it. Nowadays, it's just like, who gives a fuck? Like, who
But
really
the
gives a
reason,
fuck about
but the
Hey,
anything?
reason,
hey, I want to throw something out here, Jerry. I got an idea. So I saw some highlights the other day on Twitter where I don't know if it was an official slam dunk contest or what have you, but bro, they had athletes from all over, all of the leagues, baseball, hockey, all that stuff, track and field. Bro, they were throwing down dunks and it was insane. What?
Yeah.
Bring that back, bro.
Oh, I get it. And that's what I'm saying. Hey, I will tell you.
Shohei doing some
Frankie,
360s.
hey, watch this.
Aaron Judge with the windmill.
Logan, Mike. Hey, Frankie, Logan, Mike, and Pride. I'm sorry, but you guys are amazing, amazing sports analysts. And I'm just trying to tell you, you were born in the wrong generation. I wish you'd have been born in the early 80s or mid 70s to where you could have experienced the 80s and 90s sports. I'm telling you, man, you guys would have been so much happier than what we get now. I'm just saying, I've experienced both generations.
Hey, bro, if we're having a free throw contest, Shaq's gonna be the final boss.
I like being in.
I'm just saying, look, everybody on this panel was born in the wrong generation. Y'all should have been born
Shout out
earlier.
the
You
90s.
really could have experienced like what sports was like and what it was like back in those days. I'm telling you, man. Oh, gee, I can't tell you. When I saw Michael Jordan go against the Utah Jazz, Karl Malone at Game 7 or it was Game 6, I think he hit the game-winning shot. But it was just, bro, those days there was fear.
Me and Pride
There
were
was
crawling around.
fear. There was fear in the league. There was fear. There was absolute fear in the league. Everybody knew that Chicago was going to win the championship. Everybody knew it.
I bet there was fear with Karl Malone around.
Well, there you go. Touche.
I don't know. For me, I feel like the main problem with the dunk contest, it's a multitude of things. First of all, back then there was more legitimacy to it because you actually kind of had to be. You know what I mean? Like, I think you want to know where I actually think the dunk contest low key kind of died when they said, "Yo, remember when Blake Griffin jumped over a car?" My man barely cleared. Yo, he barely cleared the hood of the car. He jumped over the car like how I did when I'm running away from like the authorities when I do shenanigans. Like that's how he jumped over that car. And you want me to give you a 10? Like when they started hyping that up, it kind of became whack because then everyone is kind of like, I mean, it really wasn't that nice. And then after a while, who was it? Somebody had gotten a dunk contest, and like the next, right after the All-Star break. They ended up losing the dunk contest, but like the first or second game after the All-Star break, they got injured, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, he got injured because of the dunk contest." No, it's like I don't see the correlation.
I will tell you, hey Pride, I will tell you the last great dunk contest I ever saw was when Vince Carter put his fucking arm in the hoop and hung at the elbow.
Hey, that was the last great.
That was the last great dunk contest I ever
3
saw.
years ago.
Bro, I mean, I don't know, bro. And honestly, bro, how Zach LaVine has two, respectfully, Mike. Zach LaVine been, bro, respectfully.
Why you say respectfully, bro? Fuck that dude. Fuck that dude.
I'm not saying there ain't no respect anymore.
Fuck that bitch ass.
Mike had some respect for him back then, but not anymore.
Nah, fuck that.
Hey, listen, guys. I had a lot of other shit, but we have run out of time. I'm going to end on this topic and this topic alone. I'm going to give you a quarterback's name. You tell me the team and the round he goes in. And we're going to close out on this, okay? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 7 quarterbacks. You tell me round and team. And that's not take forever. Let's get through this. Bryce Young. We're going to start easy and we're going to get hard. Bryce Young. Mike.
I gotta get my draft order.
First round, right? I mean, first round is easy. You want the team?
All I want is team and round. We're not going by round. We're not going in order. I just want to know the team and the round he goes in that you think.
I think. I mean, it really all depends on what the Bears want to do with one. But I think from what everybody's talking about is the Colts. I would say the Colts is the easiest one, at least for the front runner right now, first round overall.
No, you're right in line with what I thought. I got the Colts giving up. Picks 4 and 36 to the Bears to trade up to get Bryce Young at number 1. So I'm right there in alignment with you. Logan, who you got?
What's up? Oh, we're still doing it. Okay. Bryce Young. I'm gonna rock with him. Number 2. Give him to Houston.
Okay. Frankie
Yeah, I got Bryce Young going number 2 to Houston.
Yeah.
and Pride.
Unless Chicago trades up for one, I think it's going to Houston too.
Okay.
There's one.
And then
All
our
right.
next quarterback, again, like I said, it goes easy to hard, right? So we got Stroud. I got to go on the Texans at number 2 pick in the first round. Who do you got? Where do you guys see the Stroud going, Mike Hughes?
I think once Bryce goes, number 2 is gonna fuck it up because I've heard a lot of people talking about Will Levis, and that is an idiotic move. So, I would say if I got the Colts at him, I guess the Texans take Will Levis. So then, yeah, CJ.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. Yeah. I don't know. I gotta look at the draft. How you gonna not pull up the draft order for me to look at this?
Hey, how you not just gonna know as this podcast that knows
How about
sports?
you gotta have all 32 memorized.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
for
You know,
Yeah.
hold on, Pride. You know why I don't have it memorized, Jay? Because I have 1. I don't need to give a
That's
fuck
true.
what comes after 1.
That's true. That's true. That's
But
a
no, I
fact.
mean, I'm gonna just say this. I think honestly, I think Stroud goes to Indy.
Yeah, I mean,
I
think
got
Stroud-
yeah.
I mean, okay. Honestly, 4, 5, and 6, I think all taking quarterbacks. I think it goes Indy, Seattle, and I think Detroit is like 6. I think they got that pick from the
The Rams.
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, I think of everyone, only 2 teams probably do not go for a quarterback in the top 6, and I think that's Chicago. If they want to roll with Justin Fields, I think they should. In Arizona, I think other than
I tell you
that,
what,
all of them should
we're
be
gonna
starting
approach this from a different angle. I think we all know. I think everybody in this panel is gonna agree that Young, Stroud, Levis goes first round. Is there anybody
No.
think they don't go first round?
No, yeah, you
okay.
got it.
No.
So really,
Levis, no.
You don't
really,
hate
what I'm
Levis?
asking. Hey,
No,
so
no
really, what I'm
shot.
asking is where
No
do you
shot.
think? Hey, so where do you think Dugan, Hooker, Bennett, and Richardson
Oh, hell.
goes? Those
Well,
are the
here's
4
my
that
thing.
really it's the after 4. So I'm gonna give you mine, and then hey, Mike, we're gonna go in order. You give me where you think. I got Dugan going to Washington. I think in the first. I think Hooker goes to the Steelers
First.
in the second. I think Bennett goes to the Ravens in the second. And I think Richardson goes to the Lions in the second.
wow.
Where do you guys have those guys going and in which round? And we're going to start off with Mike, and we're going to roll around to the end. Mike?
I think I already have these guys. So I think Richardson goes to the Panthers 9th overall.
Okay.
I think he goes in the first round. I think that's kind of where they're at. You can't rock out with Sam Darnold for another year. That's just how I feel about it. But I think because of the ACL tear, Hooker probably falls to the second. And I think a team that, obviously a lot of people are forgetting about has a good draft pick. They just don't have a first rounder is the Saints. I think the Saints definitely could go after Hooker. Dungy,
That's a good point.
I think Dungy, like you said, is a good one. I think it all kind of depends on the situation, on what happens with the first few guys. I think he's definitely a second rounder. I don't think the Steelers are out on Kenny Pickett yet. I don't think he's good, but I don't think he's given a reason to move on from him yet. I also don't know about Lamar to the Ravens. But I think Tampa's a team you could definitely look at in that situation.
Those
Hey,
are
Mike.
good. Those are good.
I just want to let Mike know.
Believe it or not, I actually had Levis going to the Panthers. But if you want to put, I believe you said Hooker over to the Panthers, I get it.
Oh, I got a Hooker to the Saints. I got
Mike,
no, you had
I just-
Richardson. You had Richardson to the Panthers.
He had Richardson.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want Mike to know that the New Orleans Saints, Mike, do have a first round pick. They traded for Sean Payton to Denver to get that 29th spot that Denver got from Miami.
Okay, so they do. Yeah, I guess they do have a 1. Wow, that changes a lot of things. But wow,
We'll see.
Fucking Denver.
By the way, I think they got the 30th. I think it was.
still,
Who
yeah.
did?
So okay,
The Saints
so
in the
again,
first round.
I think we dropped
No,
off
they got
Mike.
29. I'm looking at it right now. Philly got 30. Kansas City got 31.
Okay, so So Frankie, Dugan, Hooker, Bennett, Richardson, those four. Where do you got them going and what round?
I think honestly Dugan goes. I think he goes late in the first round, probably to the Baltimore Ravens for a future look at. Probably the situation with Lamar Jackson. Is he going to get his contract? Is he not going to get his contract? Or is it going to put him on a franchise tag? And if they do, you got 1 year with him to learn under Lamar Jackson, and then hopefully he could take the helm from there in 2025. The rest of the other quarterbacks I see probably going to the second round. The teams, I'm looking at some of these teams, and most of these teams don't need a quarterback unless they really want to go. I really don't know. Hooker, I do expect Hooker to go in the second round, probably to like Seattle Seahawks or something, to learn behind Geno Smith. But I think Geno Smith's going to get a big contract. Probably Washington, because where's Washington going to end up with? Nick Foles. Is Carson Wentz going to still be a backup in that situation, or is he going to go to another team where he can possibly try and take a helm at a starting position? I don't know. But I also think Arizona might go for a quarterback as well. Without Kyler Murray being out this year or next year, they're probably going to go with a rookie quarterback for a season until Kyler Murray comes back, and then have that rookie quarterback learn under Kyler Murray, because this is a serious injury that Kyler Murray is dealing with, and we all know that when a player has a serious injury like this, it could turn out to be an injury-prone player. But for Kyler Murray, it's going to change a lot, because this is a person who can run the ball and throw the ball. Is he going to stop running the ball now more often because of this injury, and is he going to throw more? So I think Arizona picks up a quarterback probably in the first round, just to have someone there for that 1 year. But all the rest of them, I think they're going to go late into the drafts.
So you think because Arizona has a third overall pick, you think they're taking a QB with that third overall pick?
It depends. I mean, if Arizona, like I said, they have a new GM and
Arizona's not taking a quarterback. Why would Arizona take a quarterback? They had Kyler Murray.
But actually, you know what? To Frankie's point, to back him up, I think Mike. No, Dustin was saying this a couple days ago.
You got your white boys mixed up, man. That's fucked up.
Because you're a Chicago Bears fan, and it's about Chicago. But yeah, you get the point. You got the juice. When a new GM comes in,
now I'm on juice.
They usually try to get a new quarterback because they want to start over and be like, "This is my guy." That is impossible. Now,
but if I'm paying him that much money, I ain't doing that.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Also, don't forget.
Oh, that's true. Because hold on, Pride. Everybody, hold on a minute now. Arizona did bring in a new GM. So, Pride, do you really think that they're going to let go of Kyler Murray and bring in somebody? Is that what you're saying?
No.
I will say this. I think it's a possibility if his contract is structured the same exact way or in the same ballpark as Derek Carr, where if you cut him at a certain point, you don't have to pay him that money. If his contract is structured in that type of way, then yes, I could see something like that happening, where they draft a kid, give Kyler Murray 1 year, and see how they shape up from there.
Exactly. And also, if you really think about it, they're also putting up DeAndre Hopkins up for a trade. They can probably get a second round draft pick for DeAndre Hopkins and end up with like 2 or 3 second round draft picks. And then that's where they can go for weapons and stuff like that.
Right, and to Frankie's point, let's say they flip D-Hop for they flip them for 3 second round picks or 2 seconds and a third or whatever the case may be. If they flip them now, with their third pick, they can still get a defensive guy because they're projected to take what's his dude name, the defensive lineman Jalen Carter from Georgia. They're projected to take him, and then in the second round they can get another quarterback, and that way, or even the third round, because I think third round there's still going to be some gems just chilling out there. You know what I mean? I do think they have possibilities.
You really think you're getting a second round or more for your Call of Duty boy and steroid guy?
Yes.
Damien's on crack.
Oh, my bad, Jay. Was that rude?
Hey, all right. So let me rein this back in. Frankie, where do you got Dugan, Hooker, Bennett, and Richardson? Where do you got the 4 guys going, man? In your opinion?
Damn, I just said it. You're gonna make me go back?
Oh, right. No. You already said it. We're good. We already said, I'm sorry. I apologize. There's been a lot of calls. Logan, I don't think I've heard you speak yet. Nah. Where do you have your 4 going? Where being Hooker, Dugan,
Hey,
Bennett.
the hookers go wherever Logan tells them to go. That's just what it is.
Hey, Mike, do not make me put you into one jail that you have not seen yet, sir. You're already 2 for 3. Do you want to go 3 for 3? Sit yourself there, look pretty, because you're pretty,
Hey,
Mike.
Hey,
Mike,
Hey.
you're pretty. Mike, you're pretty. You're pretty boy, Mike.
I'm from Chicago, bitch. In a jail I ain't seen. Tiger.
Yeah,
Yes,
what the
sir.
hell about
Play with
Chicago,
your
man?
mama.
You
Play
don't
with
even
your
know
mama.
what a tough neighborhood is. You think you live in a tough neighborhood? Son, you ain't seen the southeast side of D.C., okay? So just sit there and look.
I mean, Mike, let's be fair, Mike. Let's
check
be
this out.
Mike.
Pride, check this out. Pride,
Mike.
check it out. Check it out.
Nah.
Have you seen the south side of these nuts, bitch? I don't give a fuck.
I mean, to be fair, Mike.
Yeah.
Mike.
Okay, hold on. First of all,
Again,
the production crew has been on point. This whole episode, the production crew has been on point.
We have
Logan.
Yeah.
For the love of God, Logan.
I
please,
got you, Jake.
Logan. Can you please give me where the fuck you think those 4 are going? For the love of Jesus.
All right, let's kick things off here, bro. All right, let's go Max Dugan. Ship him out there to Washington. Let's go Stetson Bennett. Hey, you know what? We'll rock with him and Marcus Stetson out there in Seattle.
Max Hadou.
Let's go Anthony Richardson. I like the Carolina pick. And Hendon Hooker. I'll take him to Minnesota.
Wow.
That's what I got.
Hey,
hey, John, I don't got rid. Hey, he said, "Why do they got?" Ooh,
no one does.
I mean, hey, Bennett did shoot himself in the foot a little bit in the off season, bro.
And by the way,
hey, look, hold on.
Logan,
Hey,
can I ask Logan a question? Because I haven't gotten Logan. Let me ask you this. I'm just genuinely curious. So, when you have a 20-year-old or an 18-year-old kid who just won a national championship and they're getting fucked up out of their mind and just running around town drunk, it looks really bad. This dude's like 30. Like, if he wants to be drunk,
he's 20. Him and Hooker are 25 each. They're each older.
Yeah, so settle down.
What's the problem with Bennett having a beard?
Well, no. That wasn't the problem. The problem is he was doing that and banging on the door. He was banging on people.
He was down there in Dallas banging on doors. Hey, hold on. He was like some kind of witness, like Jehovah's Witness or something, but a drunk Jehovah's Witness.
Hey, I got this Natty.
It was terrible down
there. McLovin. Let me keep this less than 30 seconds. I ain't gonna name their names, but when the Cubs won the World Series, some individuals I was drinking with stole the Taco Bell sign in front of the field and walked away with it. They went home with it. It's not the worst thing.
I don't believe that. I don't know, Mike, you say that like I wouldn't believe that. But I do want to go real quick. Real quick before we get out of Dodge. Anthony Price says, Jay, Southeast is not no more. We turn it white. Listen, I will tell you right now.
Back in Jay's day.
It probably is. No, I have no doubt that Anthony Price was right. When I first moved into Southeast DC, which is Anacostia, right across from Navy Yard.
Yeah.
It was. Hey, listen. It was all black. Listen. I was the only white person. I was the only white person in all of Southeast DC, and then my affectionate name was Cracker One. Cracker One, and my wife was. Hold on. My wife was Cracker Two. So it's Cracker One, Cracker Two. And I will tell you, it was rough in the early goings. I will tell you that when I went to the backside of my alleyway, I had to move 2 crack addicts to the left in order to put my trash to the right. But I'm just saying, like Anthony Price, DC probably has changed a lot. When I lived there was 2002. Maybe it's gotten better. Neither here nor there. Let me just say this. First of all, Mike Hughes and Pride, thank you for coming on the show, man. I love you guys. I really love.
I want to answer one thing because he says Washington's not drafting a quarterback, that they need a cornerback. You guys also do need a quarterback because you guys don't know.
What do you think they need more, a corner or a quarter? Honestly, do you think a cornerback is more important than a quarterback?
Quarterback.
Well,
Quarter. Give him that 25 cents.
I will go I will
Hey,
go quarterback and
I
then
think
get
I could
quarterback.
tell you really quickly. I had Mitchell Trubisky, a quarterback out of North Carolina, kill it with fire. So
Hey, that's Damien's pick in fantasy right there, man. Don't
yeah,
disrespect.
Sam Howell can go for me. Sorry,
Mitchell Trubisky, I swear to God.
he's coming. His time's
Uh,
coming. I do
Hey,
think
listen,
we got
real
these
quick.
boys here
Hey,
though, Jay.
hey, listen. I do want to say one thing. I do want to say
Saltiner
that. And this is going to be a fast thing. I'm sorry, Damar Hamlin. If you looked at that jacket and the way you depicted Jesus Christ, and you don't think it's offensive, you may want to reevaluate your thinking skills because that shit was mad offensive. As a Christian, it was mad offensive. It was mad offensive, but it's okay. I'm gonna let. Hey, look, that's for you to deal with Jesus when you meet him. But I'm just telling you, it was mad offensive.
And it was
Anyway.
offensive for the NFL to allow Dak Prescott walk on the field of the Super Bowl.
Look, and I'll give you that one too. Hey, look, you want to go in that direction? You can have it.
Hey, bro,
look,
they booed him out the building.
Frank, you can have it. It's mad offensive. I got Mike McCarthy as a head coach.
And Rihanna's surprise guest was a fucking kid. So I mean, there was a lot of things that didn't go right.
And that is how this day is. Okay, everybody, real quick. Everybody, I want everybody to have an equal opportunity to say what you want to say before we get the hell up out of here, because I got things to do. Mike Hughes, whatever it is you want to say, promote, whatever, you got the floor.
I got nothing.
Okay. By the way, Mike Hughes, I love you.
Thanks, man.
No, you know, so this is what it is, man. I appreciate my Chicago brethren. And when you say, when you see Rob Scott, you tell him I love him too.
Rob Scott on a whole different block than me. We do not see each other.
Jesus Christ. It's not because you're Italian or fake white, whatever. Okay, I got it.
Fake white.
What does that even mean? All right, well, you be easy,
I'm kidding, Mike Hughes. I'm kidding. You're more white than I am. I'm kidding. God, Jesus Christ. White people got issues. I don't know what it is with white people. We got issues. Even within our community, we got issues. I don't get it. But Frankie C., whatever you want to say, you got the floor.
Well, I really got nothing much to say. You know, just follow us on Twitter at Unscripted Guys. You can also follow us on TikTok on Unscripted Sports. Other than that, I really got nothing to say. Get ready for Saturday for Pride. I really want you to please, Pride, please. If you're there, I want to see you come for Elimination Chamber, bro. We're doing a watch.
No, Pride's going to be there. He doesn't have a choice. Pride is
well, he wasn't there.
Pride's going to be there for the
Rumble.
Listen, no, I couldn't.
Rumble.
I couldn't be there for the Rumble.
That's why I'm asking him. That's why
Pride, are you going to be in Elimination Chamber?
Jay, shut your goddamn mouth. Shut your slut mouth, Jay.
Hey, whoa, sorry.
What I miss? What I miss? Holy guacamole!
Wow, that was rough.
Bye, Mike.
Jeez,
that was
okay.
Oh, Pride, for real though. We be Elimination Chamber.
I'll let y'all know a little later because I'm gonna ask my wife and make sure I have permission.
Can you let us know by Friday?
Yes,
Friday evening.
Your wife. By the way,
it's all good.
Hey, shout out Pride.
Hey,
shout out Pride.
Frankie, listen, Pride is a married man now. He's no longer living in sin. He's a married man. He has a wife, not a girlfriend. Pride.
What?
He's got a wife now.
I know, Jay. I just want to come out and I want to congratulate my boy Pride on finally going up and putting the ring on it and saying I do. Because now he's off the market. He could have still been the man of saying, hey, that's my girlfriend, and still hollering at me saying, yo, you're a sexy fuck. But he doesn't do that. I
still am,
he's
but
a man. But you don't do it in
often. Can you please tell me yes or no, sir? Let's just say by 8:00 Friday evening, can you give us a yay or a nay?
I mean, I can give it to you guys in like 5 minutes. I just gotta wait for my girl to get out the bathroom. I'll put it in the group
chat. All right, listen, do me a favor.
Put it in the group chat.
Yeah, my wife.
Hey, hold on. Shush. Pride. If you will, please. Hold on. If you will, please put it in the unscripted chat when your wife gets off the pot. If you're able to come on this show, yes or no. Just throw in the unscripted chat, or we'll go with that. Whatever you say.
Got you. I got you.
Jesus Christ. Jesus. Okay, Logan. For the love of God. I don't know what you're going to say, but make it quick.
I got you, bro. Hey, rest in peace. Tim Carver passed away earlier today. Broadcasting legend, Jay. And sad to see him go, man. Gone gone too soon, man. But he had a hell of a career, and it was a good run. Gonna miss him though. Also, let's see,
Logan,
Damien. Oh, okay.
I
Hey, the
have
Lakers
really
won last night.
yeah. The Lakers did
He
win
said,
last night. So John
he
Suggs, you
said
can
how
suck
many
my
times you gonna
nuts.
ask Fred the same question? He said, how many
Okay.
times?
It has been real. It has been fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed the hell out of this show. We don't always get pride on the show, but when we do get pride, it really is an
Yeah,
absolute
That's facts
treat.
too, Damien.
Damien has a point right here. Rest in
Damien,
peace
that's
to
facts.
Jerry
Appreciate
Jarrett.
that.
And for those of you who don't know who Jerry Jarrett is, this is the father of Jeff Jarrett. He's a great promoter.
Double J.
If there will honestly be no Impact Wrestling today if there was no Jerry Jarrett creating TNA back in the day.
Absolutely.
So I want to
You're
give my
facts.
thoughts out to Jeff Jarrett and his loss for his father Jerry Jarrett. Also, Nathan, the Elimination Chamber is going to be awesome, and the only reason why is because the Montreal fan base is going to go crazy and insane for boy Sami Zayn.
They're gonna go bonkers. They're gonna go
Hey,
bonkers.
All right.
I will just say for Mike Hughes, Pride from Prideful Takes, Frankie the Yankee, and Logan Babyface Landers, and your boy Poor Jamal. Because if you don't believe that a white man can identify as a black man, then I will just tell you, a woman can a woman can identify as a man, and a
All
man
right.
can identify as a woman.
All right, and
And
we're out of here.
on that note, please check us out on Twitter. Frankie does a good job at Unscripted Guys, just like it's spelled, and TikTok, like Logan has, Unscripted Sports. And I will tell you, man, I love these guys. They're my family. And we have a great time on this show. And catch us Saturday. Please, Jesus. Frankie, can you tell us what time are we starting Elimination Chamber?
We're gonna do a watch along and start the countdown at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, so we can get ready and watching the pre-show of WWE, and everybody can get situated and get ready with drinks and food, anything like that. We'll get together and talk about the matches and who we think is gonna win, and expect who's gonna win the chamber for the U.S. title match, and who's gonna actually become the new number one contender for Bianca Belair's Raw Women's Championship and face her at WrestleMania. So a lot is gonna happen at 7:30, and we're gonna get ready for that. And Showtime does start at 8 p.m.
Absolutely. Logan will not be available. There will not be a 1 o'clock show because he's moving his quote unquote girlfriend into the apartment. Oh, wow. If I could be a fly on the wall, I'm just saying, if I could be a fly on the wall the day that occurs, and who gets what and who divides what, I swear to God, there may be an elimination chamber within that apartment. I'm just saying.
Logan, does your girlfriend watches our show?
She not really, no.
Okay, good. Okay, good. So I can say this.
Hey, Logan's girlfriend's an asshole. Logan's
Hey,
girlfriend's an asshole.
Okay.
Hey. Still.
What the hell? Hold on, let's take him out of there. You're on timeout.
Hey, yeah, get him out of here.
You're in timeout. You don't say that
Logan,
about her.
Timeout. You don't be saying that.
Logan, I will combat the negativity with positivity. She is a very caring and intelligent young woman.
Well, I wouldn't know.
And she's beautiful. And she's beautiful and better than I am. She's a better person.
She's Puerto Rican.
Logan, I'm sorry. I apologize.
You know what he's
doing
because she's Puerto Rican, but
she's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, she's Puerto
I told you this, right?
Hey, yo, Jay just killed Logan. Jay just killed him. It's been an honor, Logan. It's been real, my brother.
But Logan, I just want to tell you, since you don't watch our show and you're safe, I just want to say for about the first for the first month, you're gonna have so much sex. You should do it in every single room.
Okay.
Just walk around butt ass naked, Logan. Have a time of your life. Just go out and do it. But I do want to tell you, wear protection. Wear protection. Trust me.
I'm actually going to agree with Frankie. I think, hey, Logan, I'm going to agree with Frankie on this. I think you walk around the apartment after you move in. Hey, after you move in and the door's closed, and it's you and the woman and the thing. You just walk. I agree with Logan. I mean, I agree with Frankie. Walk around naked. Find out what her comfort and her uncomfort zones are, and then go from there, brother.
Logan,
I
just
am
jump in
so
the air
sorry.
in front of her. Just jump in the air in front of her and just throw a fart.
I'm so
If
sorry, Logan.
if she doesn't laugh and don't like it, bro, then just kick her out.
Logan, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry,
Hey,
Logan.
it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun, fellas. But
It's all right. Hey, on that note, I know when to punch left and punch right. Hey, for Logan.
Hey, you right. You damn right, Davey.
For Logan, for Frankie, for Pride, for good Jesus, who else was on? Mike Hughes. Jesus. Hey, y'all have a good night. We'll catch you guys Saturday at 7:30 for Elimination Chamber.
Eat that ass,
Yeah.
Logan.